Hello, everyone. I'm on here. I was going to do a few posts. Excuse me. I have my door open. It's a lot of noise. I was going to post some things this weekend, but it just didn't do any justice. It was the thoughts and to capture what I was feeling at this conference in California was hard to even express. Um, have you ever had that feeling of you were destined for something great? And you're like, I know inside I feel as though I'm destined to be for something great, for greatness. But everything around you tells you that you're crazy, you don't belong. It pushes you back in this box. When I came home from Tallahassee after being in school and staying up there a few years, I came home and I went back into this small box of having to think the way that other people think and having this scarcity mindset that there had to be a struggle attached to everything good that happens in your life, that you have to that being up here, this status was not for you. But you know there's some greatness in here. You know that you're different. You know that things were meant to happen in your life. And I couldn't explain it. I started my business and I would go to these conferences, these events, and I still just felt like I still felt empty. The conferences were supposed to be empowering, but I always left feeling less empowered than I came because I didn't belong. I wasn't a part of the clique. I've never been a part of the clique growing up. I was always different. Have you ever had that feeling of just feeling different? You're not a part of the clique and you can't explain why. And it makes you feel odd and it's very challenging. It's really very challenging. I was on cloud nine. The event this weekend was surreal. And I was sitting thinking to myself, I go to events all the time. The last few years I've been to events. I go in the door feeling a certain way. I come out feeling empty, feeling even more discouraged, feeling like there's the same people speaking, there's the same message being taught, and you leave out and you're like, what did I really learn? Is there anything that I can apply to my life that I got when I was there? And so I travel to the West Coast. And the night before, I was having this severe anxiety. Well, can I be transparent? Yeah, I'm gonna be transparent because I didn't want to get on here and say all the things that just seem like I'm supposed to say, these perfect words. So I'm gonna be transparent right now. I was having a bad anxiety attack. In my mind, I was saying I was going to this conference with these millionaires. Um, they don't look like me. There was no black woman empowerment. They were definitely different. I've never been to California. It's on the other side of Earth. I just didn't know what to expect, and it scared the mess out of me. It scared me. I couldn't sleep. I went to bed at 3 o'clock in the morning. I kept saying, "You're not going to fit in. Should you wear your blonde hair? Should you wear your natural?" I kept going over the clothes I was going to wear. I kept thinking about, you're just not going to belong. You're going to stand out. Almost, I won't say almost, I'll say definitely, I felt as though I wasn't good enough to be at these conferences. I know my value and I know what I'm worth and what I bring to the table, but you're constantly reminded when you're in this box that you don't belong. You're not a part of the clique. You're like, hey, hey, pick me, listen to me, let me speak at your event. Hey, 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 I have a lot to offer. And people are like, nah, go sit down. You want to talk about that domestic violence stuff again? And it's like, no, 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 I'm bigger than that. That was just the experience in my life that really gave me the superpower. And I tell people about this superpower that I have where I can do anything. I can will my mind to do things that seems impossible. And so it's this impossible, limitless mindset where if I think it, it will manifest, it will happen. And I tried to talk to a few people about this thing, this superpower that I had. And people look at me like I'm crazy. I talk about divine intervention, destiny, things will just align. And I get this blank look back at me. So it tells me, shut up. Don't say anything else. You don't know what you're talking about. You're crazy. And you start to feel like you're not good enough. You're not valuable. What you bring, but you know deep inside that you are valuable. You feel that you're destined for greatness. And I felt it at this moment, really felt it, and I really connected with it when I had absolutely nothing. So that's crazy. You have nothing, you're homeless, you don't have a job, you're crazy. And you're saying, but no, 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 I'm not crazy. Really, I'm destined for greatness. I have this superpower, this fearless, limitless mindset, but no one sees it but you. And so I went to this millionaire mindset conference, and people finally got it. I didn't have to convince anybody of this feeling. It was so powerful to this energy was coming off me. And even the day before with this anxiety, this feeling of not belonging, you're crazy to get on this plane to go to the other side of the United States by yourself. Yes, by yourself. I kept telling myself, you don't have the money, you don't have this, you don't have this scarcity mindset once again started to kick in. And it was scary. I woke up the next morning and I said, you know what? What do you have to lose? What do you have to lose? You're going to continue to be in this box, continue to think small. You're going to continue to know you're limitless, but you're in this box of scarcity, of think the way everybody else thinks. You know, we all belong. We all belong. This, I'm gonna see it like this kumbaya moment, and we're at an event, and it's like, you belong, you belong, you belong. But I don't. I don't fit in that box. And when I'm here, I'm constantly being pushed back in that box. Sometimes it's because of the people I surround myself with. Sometimes it's the thoughts that are going on in your head. It's just so many reasons you tell yourself. And the scarcity mindset, it's in my DNA. It's sometimes in our DNA. We don't feel we deserve more. Feel we feel we have to struggle to have more. We think we've arrived when we're driving a Mercedes Benz, having Chanel on, wearing Louis Vuittons validates that feeling of I belong. I've arrived. But I put those things on, and it doesn't change the way I'm feeling. You put the shoes on, you drive the nice car, you say out loud to other people, I belong, I belong, I know I do. I've arrived, I've arrived. I'm successful. But really deep inside, you don't feel successful. You're constantly trying to convince people that you're successful. And even without having anything, I know I'm successful. In the past, when I've had nothing, I felt this thing, this Oprah thing, I have this it factor, this thing. My destiny is so much greater than where I allow it to take me. And so being at this millionaire mindset conference, I finally got that confirmation. All the doors opened for me. All the doors opened. I was finally in alignment with my purpose and feeling as though, oh my God, they get me. And yeah, there were millionaires in the room, and we were able to touch them, talk to them, and they were just like us. It was nothing different about them except that they had more money. But it was something different. They knew they were destined for greatness. They knew it was something bigger than them. And it wasn't about the money. That's what I discovered. It wasn't about the money. It wasn't about what I have. It was about the value you have for yourself, the value you attach to what you bring to the table. And I discovered the knowledge that I have, the experience was priceless. And that you can change nations. You can change that. You can touch lives. You can impact people. You can pull gifts out. Not that you're changing them. You're just assisting them on this path of what their gift is and what they're supposed to do in life. And it was overwhelming. Inside the room, it's not that we all didn't have our different struggles, because I got to hear the struggles that these other women, these other men, these other individuals, these millionaires had, and that they still battled with. So it wasn't anything different. It wasn't based on our color. It wasn't based on our age. You know, I was in a room with 20-year-olds all the way up to people that were in their 80s. And you discover that you all have something alike. You all know that you're destined for something bigger. That path to get there might look a little different. And so I was super, super, super excited to be in this place. Tell you the truth, I didn't want to come home. I began to get sad when I thought about it. I had to come home because I was no longer in that box. This box was like this, and it's really tiny, it's crowded. I have to think like other people when I'm in that box. And I know inside that box, I can't impact lives, bring out the gifts that are inside people, walk people through the tunnel, this place of trauma, this place of darkness that you think you'll never get through. The place that you think you'll never get through. And I've been there. I've been in that dark place, that dark tunnel of hopelessness, despair, depression, and I'm on the other side. I've actually made it through the tunnel. I was able to see the light, but it was so faint, and the journey seemed so long. And you knew that you would get to the other side, but you were really saying to yourself, I just hope I make it. I hope that I'm able to really, I want to see that light again. And that little bit of faith and hope that you'll get to the other side and everything will be okay. But this journey that I actually went through made me fearless and invincible. And I never want to go back to that dark place where I felt hopeless. And so what does that journey look like to other people? What would you do to have someone walk you through and you know it's going to be okay? Because you see proof that not only do you come out of the tunnel in this bright place, but you come out fearless, better than ever. Everything is so amazing on the other side. The energy in this conference was so high that it almost bust the doors open. And it kept me from sleeping when I was there because I was on this high of energy and the possibilities and the things that I'm destined for, what I am capable of, the value I bring to people is priceless. And you knowing that value and being able to touch lives and touching one person at a time multiplies to multiple people. And so I discovered that I was thinking too small still. Touch the people who are influencers is what I want to do. What I will do. The words that I speak, that I manifest, the magnetic touch that I'll have that draws people in, that we might see it as that thing that draws people to you. You don't have to look for clients. You don't have to look for people that support you. Everything aligns when you're aligned with your purpose. And so I was kind of doing like this. My purpose is somewhere over here. And I was kind of, I know this is my purpose, but it's not I know this is my purpose. I am aligned with my purpose to touch the top influencers, and they will touch the masses, their followers. I was thinking too small. I didn't see that what I provide was priceless. And when I thought about what I provided to people, not just in their business, not just in their personal life, because we think, okay, let's boss up, let's boss up, let's boss up. You know, I want to talk about how I can improve my business. But your personal life, you can't just cut it off. You can't just cut it off and say, you know, I just want to boss up. I want to become a millionaire and everything will be okay. But you have that same mindset, that same way of thinking when you had nothing. So you will continue to sabotage yourself. You will continue. It just affects you all kind of ways. You will attract people that are always saying, I don't have it. I don't have the money. I can't. I don't know how I'm going to do this. And I used to get so upset. You don't know how you're going to do this. What do you mean you don't know how you're going to do this? You just make it happen. Because I think about, even as a child, how I was going to make it happen. I didn't belong, but it was going to happen. And so I'm leading in to say, I came back with a millionaire mindset. Once I saw what I provided as value and I was aligned with my divine purpose, I went from here to here. And the possibilities are so endless. My goals are set so high. So I don't even have time to work with people who are not ready to bust the doors open, that know they are ready and they'll do whatever to get there. And so in order for me to not accept the people that are thinking like this and that aren't ready for change, and that I want them to prosper more than they want them to prosper, like, what is that about? You work with people and you want them to win more than they want to win. Like, I cannot accept that any longer. I can't accept wanting you to win more than you want to win. I know what I am capable of. I know what I bring to the table. I know the knowledge, what I have put into myself, this mindset, how everything has changed. And when you know that, and you know that what you bring to the table is priceless, now you're not saying, well, I guess I'll charge this an hour, because it's too small. You're attracting people that are not committed to their greatness, that are not committed and will not be aligned to their purpose. You have to be willing to risk. You have to be willing to put it all in. I have built my business with no money. I had no job to fund my business. I had nothing. I even have my own place when I built my business. And so I'm saying that to say that you are your limitations. You are stopping yourself. You have this mindset and it's in your DNA because you come from nothing. You come from people that are afraid to risk it all. You come from a place of fear. You come from a place of codependency where you need somebody to validate you, where you need to belong. You need to be a part of the clique. You need to be in the crew. And I finally see that the way I was thinking was leading me